Yeah. Hey. All right. Hey. Yeah, I mean.
Let's take off.
Hey. Please do remain calm. About to run against it and with a little bit of soul, no times.
Welcome to the Please Remain Calm podcast. I'm Ben Gonzalez.
And I am Daniel Gonzalez.
The opinions shared on this show are those of ours only. I already screwed that part up.
Some shit
right?
like
what
that.
the hell kind of disclaimer was that?
Why are you trying
why
to
did
do
I try
it?
to take that?
Why are you trying to do
right?
it, dude?
Jeez.
Let's start off since Ben took us there.
When we say that we don't know what we're going to talk about, we mean it. You know what I mean?
The opinions expressed on this show are our own. They do not match or reflect the opinions of the Los Angeles City Fire Department or the Los Angeles County Department of Health Services.
All right. Thank you.
Also, since I'm talking to you guys about stuff that you don't want to hear anyways, listen, if you push the button to listen to the podcast, please go back and push the button that you liked it and rate the podcast if you can. Leave a comment if you can. All that interaction helps us grow this little podcast of ours a little bit. So if you could do that right now, I'd really appreciate it.
Right on. We can start off with some news that just came out that pretty much shocked our world and the world at large.
Whoa.
Apparently, Subway sandwiches, the tuna is not tuna at all.
I read that this morning.
Right,
man.
bro. And I ate a lot of those sandwiches, dude, just thinking it was tuna. Not like good tuna, but at least it was tuna.
And that I was eating something healthy, you know, and then you hear about Jared like losing 58 pounds, not to bring up Jared, you know, but
58, I thought it was like 100
or 100 or whatever the hell it was,
right?
man. I don't keep track of Jared's journey too
and then
closely.
That story got ruined because he was just renting porn.
Yeah, he's a pedo. But
yeah, right.
But the whole time I thought I was doing something healthy with that tuna. It's not even tuna. It has no trace of tuna DNA in it at all.
But not only that, the kicker was they can't identify the species of what it is.
Yeah.
So it's not like when you get like imitation crab and you know it's pollock or whatever whitefish is.
They do that with a lot of foods, though, man.
But bro.
Well, that kind of leads into something I want to talk about.
But they cannot identify what it is at all.
Oh, I know.
We don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, I get it.
We're eating it.
It's the same thing as the pink ooze that fucking McDonald's uses and shit, right? It's the same thing. Who the hell knows what we're eating?
What are you talking about?
You never heard of that? Look that up, dude. We can't have a whole podcast about this shit. That leads into something that I have been thinking about, like food, right? Like you bring up that food.
Yeah.
You bring up tuna, we eat and stuff like that, right? As I get older, I'm a lot more conscious of like my health and and I know you are too.
Yeah.
You know, you've lost a lot of weight over the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've become a lot more conscious of it too. And it gets me thinking a lot about like levels to this life, right? Like I've been thinking a lot about the boys, for instance. The boys are 8 and 10 years old now, right? The Olympics are coming and right. Like I've been thinking, even like in general, dealing with the boys and just parenting in general. I do a lot of like thinking about how we were brought up, thinking about when I was 10 years old and what I was thinking about back then. You know what I mean? The shit that was like important to me back then. How I reacted to, you know, dad had a heavier hand with dealing with us when we fucked up, you know, to say the least.
Totally.
Mom was a lot more, you know, we could talk, and I spent a lot of time with mom, you know, going to auditions and shit like that.
Yeah.
But thinking about life in general, just in terms of you know, how to best approach parenting my kids, you know. But now that I'm 42, or I'll be 42 in October.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'll be 42 in October. See that too, man. I'm messing up
how old you are.
I'm messing up my age all the time now and shit, right? But it fits into my career in the fire department too, right? Like, okay, I'll give a few examples. We've been trying to get, you know, we're doing the podcast. We try to get in touch with people and people that have had stuff happen to them and stuff like that, or close calls in the fire department and stuff. And, you know, we had that big incident at Nines, you know, the Boyd Street incident, and it's real touchy, you know, trying to see if guys are even, in an emotional spot to be able to talk about something like that.
That's another thing we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. And you know, I spend a lot of time talking to younger guys. I work all over the place. So I'll work with the young guys and I'll follow them on social media. They'll follow me and stuff like that. And you keep track of all these guys. And social media is a lot bigger now, you know, than it was when, you know, 20 years ago when I first got on the job, 18 years ago. And it's like I see them partying and like, or like I can see the different levels of their life
progression
along with where they're at in their career.
Yeah.
Like watching it happen with their, like I have different people that I follow that are at different levels.
Yeah.
And I'm just like sitting back. I don't know, man. Like I feel
gotta
like,
see it in comedy, dude. And it's with business too. Cause it's like, then they're getting stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
I mean, I'm sure it's any and every occupation out there. You can see it happen, or just like, you know, like Wello. Sometimes I'll look over our grandfather, you know, lives with our parents, and I was hanging out over there the other day, and I'll see him just like I'll like glance over at him, and I can see him just like staring at everybody and like looking and just looking, and I think about that, you know, like, damn, what is he thinking about? Like, is he looking at all of us and thinking like I think about the kids, you know, like this is such a trip, you know. I remember when I was that age, or I remember when I was that, you know, and so that kind of, dude, I'm telling you, we just got back from Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Carlos and the kids and everybody.
About that too, yeah.
So we're just, you know, dude, I like to chill and like look at the stars, and you know, I get up super early and I watch a couple sunrises, and we took pictures early in the morning, stuff like that. And just sitting back in my brain, like running through stuff, and I started thinking about like tidbits that I would like to give myself. You know what I mean? Like knowing what I know now on the fire service.
Yeah.
What would I say to myself? Like, I think about that often. Or sometimes I'll get in conversations with these dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they'll ask me something, or fucking, you know, hit me up. Hey, bro, I this and that or whatever. And well, you know, and I give people advice. So I thought maybe we'd talk about that a little bit, right? Little tidbits of advice that I would give to younger firemen.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Sure.
We got some time to do that right now.
I don't know how you got to that from the tuna. The fake tuna, bro. You made it.
Well, I'm telling you, man, it
we have the castle.
I don't remember
there,
either,
buddy.
but I feel like I got there.
Well, now
somehow.
we're here.
Here we are.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
Another thing that got me thinking about that a lot, about just like early times on the job, is my buddy Shane Suter, who works at 11's. His dad, Scott Suter. I don't know if you heard about him or what happened to him. He lives out in
I saw your
Despair.
post.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott Suter was the AO, so he drove the truck at my first house off of probation at Fire Station 9, which we've talked about extensively on this show, right? And this is really what got me thinking about it, right? Because I saw Shane's post about his dad, okay? And I started thinking about Scott. I started thinking about all the guys that showed up at 9's around the same time that I did, because it was almost like the entire crew of guys showed up there right around the same time, within like 2 transfer lists of each other. Yeah. Right. Fucking me, Refugio Hyman, you know, Danny Goot, you know, Mike James, who we had on the show, was like the bull fireman. You know, we had a cool little crew, and there was like 4 or 5 of us that showed up within a month of each other. Yeah. Scott Suter was the AO. Now, the AO is like an AO on the fire department. The guy that runs, at least on the Los Angeles Fire Department, is like a super firefighter. Yeah. Right.
That's the dude that knows all the tools, how to open everything, to get into anything.
Exactly. He is the subject matter expert on everything and anything to do with the truck. All the operations, cliff rescues, cutting a car apart, shoring up a building. You know, he's typically
it is a endless amount of shit to know and learn.
It really is.
And to hang on to.
But not only that, not only is it an endless amount of tools. I mean, not endless, but there's a shit ton. That whole entire truck is a toolbox, okay? Yeah. Knowing every little thing about everything in that truck, how to use it, all the operations, right? Cutting a car apart, shoring up shit, all that stuff. Typically, they're USAR certified, Urban Search and Rescue certified, right? Yep. They have all those certifications. These are guys who love firefighting, who work hard to be the best firefighter on that crew, because that's essentially what an AO is. Yeah. He's like the best kick-ass firefighter on that crew, right? So that's what Scott Suter was. And for
at 9's,
at 9's, right? It's a crazy busy spot, and he had been there for a long time, and he was a medic also. And he basically got 4 or 5 brand new firefighters, You know, not so much. I mean, I was pretty much fresh off probation. The other guys had maybe a year or two on.
Yeah.
But
Either way,
basically
young guys.
taught us how to be firefighters, man.
Yeah.
Taught us how to be firefighters. Because believe it or not, you go through an academy, like or like private academy that we went through, right? The South Bay Fire Academy. You learn how to be a firefighter. You learn how to drag hose. You learn how to fucking, you know, how to pencil a ceiling, how to where you're squirting, how to read smoke. You learn all that shit, right? The basics. You know, and then you get in the drill tower and you learn all that stuff again.
Yep.
You know?
And then you really learn.
Yeah. And you feel like you are a firefighter at that point. You graduate and your parents are there and they got the fucking fog machines going and they pull the thing on, you walk out through the smoke and you look all dope and you're in your fucking dress uniform. But
all you are is on the job now.
You're on the job.
Yeah.
You don't really fucking know anything at that point.
Yeah.
Okay? You feel like you do. It feels like you do. I mean, you went through the... You
could say you know enough now to learn the rest.
Yes.
Because Scott Suter can't take you without all that shit.
No.
Already, you know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like, there's levels to this shit, right?
Yeah.
I can remember being there, pinning my badge on, man. Yeah. Like, you know, how you have it in your hand because you walk up when you meet the chief and you already have it in your hand. You do the hell handshake and he takes the badge. And then he either pins it on or like we had dad.
Yeah.
I had dad there, pinned it on. But I can remember feeling like I fucking did it, man. You know, I'm a fireman now. You know, it was, I had reached it. I had reached the mountaintop. Right?
Yeah.
Now, 18 years later, looking back, fuck, I didn't know shit at that point. You know, I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
So you go through those things. You go through the drill towers. You know, everybody these days too goes through a private academy. Has gone through all the fucking, you know,
For sure.
fire science, all that stuff. They probably might have even gone through paramedic school. You go through all that stuff. You go through the academy, and you feel like you've done it. You don't know shit, man. You get on probation. You start actually going to fires, and you pick up a little bit from each house. But each house is still, you're there for 4 months. You know what I mean? It's not really a home like you hear firefighters talk about the firehouse. You know, you're there,
and you're just trying to get through probation too.
You're just trying to get through probation. You don't really get a chance to know anybody. Their real personalities really well.
Nope.
It's a little bit different now. You know, it's a little bit softer now than it was. You know, 18 years ago. I mean, it used to be you go into some of these houses and guys were just full blown assholes to you. 24 hours.
There's some dudes that were straight up terrifying. And I'm talking about, this is 2003.
Yeah.
When I was going through there, you know?
And there's still some guys that treat rookies that way, dude.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. You know, I've never been one to be that way. And remember, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that.
Yep.
Because coming up too, man, I can't tell you how many times I'd meet people and they'd go, oh, Gonzalez, who's your dad? Benny Gonzalez. Oh, okay. Your dad's a peach, man. Your dad's a peach. Oh, cool. And they were cool as fuck with me. You know, I also know guys on the job. I won't say a name, but I'm thinking of someone in particular whose dad was a fucking asshole. Right. And he'll tell you flat out.
Yeah.
Fuck, when I was coming up and guys met me, they were like, who are you? What's your dad's a fucking asshole.
Bro,
to his face. Right.
The thing I would get was, your dad's Benny? Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. That's your dad?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly, man.
All right. Good luck.
Exactly. But the consensus was that he treated people well. Rookies, firefighters, right? And that he was straight up and you know, didn't take shit when you try to give him shit, you know.
Right.
No guff taken. But for me, it was one of the ways that I realized, all right, there is levels to this shit. Like one day my kids might be coming up. And this dude who's a rookie right now might be his captain or his chief.
How do you know? Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know, I feel like an outside observer. Like I've been watching these levels happen, right? And over this past vacation, I gave it a lot of thought. So you know, Scott Suter for us, man, to me was like Mike James said something interesting when he was here that I felt, right? He said that he felt like he became a man at Nines.
Yeah.
Boom. That's exactly how I fucking feel, man. I feel like I became a man at Nines. I feel like that was I feel like I've been 4 different people in my life, okay? And I feel like this was one of the transitions to, it's just a step into a different person that I was, right?
Yeah.
For a number of reasons, personally, and then now I was exposed to this new world nines, and I'm a firefighter now, and I'm free. I got this shield. No one's looking after me, right?
Yeah, I know.
So it was, all in all, personally and on the job, it was a big moment in my life. Scott Suter,
I remember, yeah.
Scott Suter was a big part of teaching me how to become that next level of a man.
Right.
Okay. And these are things that I've never told him. And maybe hundreds of other firefighters might feel that way about an AO that work with them and were never able to tell them. But it helped to mold the way that I treat younger firefighters or teach younger paramedics or firefighters the way he taught us. Because he was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
He was funny, like undercover funny, but he was still, like Yosemite Sam, man. He was like, just like he loved doing this fire shit. He loved swinging an axe. He loved working chainsaws.
Yeah.
He loved being a fireman. And it's contagious when you're in a group of young men like that are all at the peak of their gung-ho-ness for this career.
You made that point before, though, too, that you should be that way if you're going to be an AO. You
Right.
should love being an AO.
Yes.
You know, you kind of have to.
In reality, you should love being a fucking fireman.
Yeah.
You know, because, and this is one of the things that, not only him, but my first AO ever, my first house, Kerry Fensky, 26s, who's a captain now. We have a motto on the fire department in the LAFD, right? Train as if your life depends on it, because it does. All right. If I had to give any piece of of advice to anybody, it's take that shit to heart.
Yeah.
If you're coming on the fire department, you want to do this job, take that shit to heart. Train as if your life depends on it. Okay. Because it fucking does. I'm telling you. And as you're going through it, like I said, man, as you're going through the academy and stuff like that, like you've already been through a private academy. You've already felt the heat a little bit. You've already been in a burn chambers, a time or two. Maybe you've been an explorer. You got a little chip on your shoulder and shit, right? You know how to hang out. Your helmet's a little tweaked. You have a little swag to you. You still got to fucking train like your life depends on it every time, man. And it's hard. Talk about levels, right? That next level that I went to at Nines, becoming a man and stuff, it was also like a next level of partying outside of the station, right? Bunch of single guys. It was back in, it was like 2000, like 2005 or so. The housing market had just taken off, right? So everybody had a fucking bike. Everybody had a boat. Everybody had a house in Havasu. Right. Everyone was going to Vegas every weekend, right? And here I am, a brand new fireman, like, oh shit, making real money, right?
Yeah.
And so that like partying level went up too. So that was another thing, trying to find a balance between like personal life and work, being responsible for work.
Wasn't easy.
Because there are plenty of times, dude, when I showed up to work where it was just like, holy shit, you showed up to work. Good for you, dude. We were out till, 2, 3 a.m. Something like that. Happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Would I do that now? You can get rest.
Bro, even going to your shows, the shows on Friday night. Yeah. If I got to work on Saturday now, it's like, this is I can't, man. I got to get some sleep. You know what I mean?
It's not the same.
And I just didn't give it that kind of weight back then, right? Because I wasn't at that level yet where I looked at life and my responsibilities that way.
Right.
Not to say that everybody new on the job does, but I didn't. I know I didn't for sure. So that would be another piece of advice that I would give, and something that has been told to me multiple times is give respect to your training, right? Especially if it's like we do training on weekend days, which that's a whole nother argument. Like, I don't understand why we do that. It's been a tradition in the LAFD that we do all our training days are weekend days, right?
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and then we have problems like getting people to come into work on weekends. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you make our training days like a Tuesday? Right. Yeah, make our training days like Tuesday or Wednesday when nobody gives a shit.
Or just whenever.
Yeah. But like we make it every single training days, or like Saturdays and Sundays are our training days, right? It's hard enough to get people. Anyways, sidetrack.
Yeah.
So, Scott's always kind of been like this dude that I hold in high regard, and
Right.
I've run into him here and there around the department. He was a captain at 35s, worked a couple saw days over there. You know, when he made captain, he came back to 57s and worked a couple days over there and stuff like that. And so I'd run into him, and you know, we're more than friendly when we see each other and stuff like that. Well, you know, riding his bike, almost a year ago in Hesperia, and a car hits him from behind.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. You know, TBI, he's been recovering, and thank God he was able to go home on Father's Day.
Man.
But you know, it gets back to what I was saying about balancing your life and work and stuff, right? Like Scott was a fireman's fireman. He dedicated a lot of time and stuff and effort and energy to the fire department, but he also has a great family. You know, dirt bike riding, and lives out in Hesperia, so they do, you know, the whole desert thing with his family, and loves his family and stuff like that. A really good balance. You have to fucking do that.
Yeah.
You have to. Because I know guys too, man, who live, eat, shit, and sleep the fire
The
department.
job, yeah. And they're always on.
Always.
Always just
dude.
hard charging, trying to stack money and
Always.
yeah.
I mean, that's what cracks me up about, like, when these stories come out, you know, about our salaries and shit. I think I've said that before on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know? Like some guys do that, man.
Yeah.
They'll just fucking work. And you never know. You never know when, I mean, since I've been on the job in the past 18 years, you know, a good handful of people have died on the job.
Yeah.
You know, a beam falls on you in a fire, you know, you pass out, fall off the tailboard. There have been a whole slew of on-the-job injuries and deaths.
Yeah.
You never know what the fuck's going to happen. Or you have something like what happened to Scott,
Right.
you know?
It's happened to a lot of guys, man.
But then you get to, so then you have this, like, or at least I did. I had these like raw years, right? My time at Nines, I felt like we went to some big fires there, but mostly we just trained a lot.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. You know, we as a group, the guys were pretty tight knit. You know,
Right.
had a lot of fun off duty and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you move from a place like that. You guys will either stay at a place like that, man. And I mean, I know one of the guys that was in the group that got there to Nines wound up staying there for like 10 years, man. I don't know how guys do that, but he wound up staying there for like 10 years. So some guys will do that, and the other guys will like find their niche. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Find their groove. You do that for a while, right? And then, at least for me, like I found my groove. My groove was kind of this paramedic thing, right? I went to 57s, did the fire, like serious firefighting there, engine work. Nines, I was mostly on the truck. And then it was just like, fuck, man, I don't want to be this busy anymore. You know, again, it was, I got married, I had kids.
Got to find a balance, yeah.
And where I used to work, 6 saw days, 6 overtime days a month or so, 8 sometimes if I really wanted to push it.
Yeah.
Now I got kids. It's like, you want to be home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to be home and hang out and see them. So it changes also, So that's another thing I'd say is just find that balance, dude.
Yeah.
Find that balance between home and work.
It's also easier for you to take more time off now, too.
Oh, yeah.
Wife's working, yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of things change, come together, and like you said, levels.
Yeah, man.
Shit changes, man. Footnote to the whole, Benny, that's your dad thing, right? Yeah. So when I was an intern, when you become a paramedic, when you finish paramedic school, the last portion of your paramedic school, you're in the classroom for like, was it 3 months or something, right?
2 months.
And then I think it was
3 months. Yeah, sorry. 3 months in the class.
You go into an ER and you work in an ER
month.
for about a month.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to do 20 shifts on a paramedic rescue with the fire department, right?
Yeah.
And if they think you need a little more training, they can keep you for 10 more shifts, right? So I go to work at this rescue in the valley, and both of the medics that were assigned to me went on vacation at the same time at like my 17th shift. Right.
Oh, no shit.
So I had to switch houses. So I switched over to the 20s in Echo Park. Right.
Yeah.
I got these two guys, Masa, this Japanese dude.
I don't think I know.
Yeah. It was Masa
Big guy?
Matsusaki or something. Nah, skinny guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
nah, I don't think I know.
Skinny guy, kind of tall. And this dude, Don Cunnigan.
Yeah, Don.
Yeah, you know Don?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Don's at 95.
Yeah. Don's big talker,
Yeah.
telling me his whole story of playing for USC and
Yeah,
stuff, and like, oh, you know, he got drafted, I think, or something, right? Cool. Moss is pretty quiet the whole time, right?
Yeah.
They know my dad's on the job. They don't say anything about it. They don't know him, right?
Yeah.
So I start there on my 17th shift.
Yeah.
So they tell me right off the bat, like, you got to stay at least 25 because we can't just have you 3 shifts and okay, get a license. you know?
Yeah. They got to know you for the
right,
sign you
exactly, right. So I'm in there, and you know, we go through stuff. You know, 20 is pretty good station to get some medic runs. You know, they do some stuff.
Yeah.
So it was cool, man. Fun house. And I'm going my last day, you know, waiting to know that he's going to sign me off. And when Massa signs me off, the dude is quiet the whole time, tells me I was a rookie at 58s and your dad was cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
it's like the most things he said to me the entire time I was at that station.
Yeah, man.
And that was it. And he signed me off.
You just never know, man. You never know. Or I can't tell you how many times like some shit would go down at the station or I fuck something up or something, right?
Yeah.
And then dad would call me that night. Like, hey, what the hell? I heard you, whatever. You know, like, what are you talking? How do you know that? You know, you just never know like who everybody, I mean, you, especially when you're generational like we are, you know, you never know what like dad, like who he knows, who, you know, or like he was talking about like what Chiefs were his rookie, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you just never know, man. You gotta, that's why, dude, I just like, I don't know. I try to treat everybody the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
On the job, you know, you have to. You just never know. Or like people, guys that I graduated with that were in my class, you know, that are fucking captains, captain ones now, chiefs. You know, guys that I work with at nines that are.
There were guys
now.
in your class that are chiefs now.
No, no one's a chief yet.
I was gonna say,
no one's a chief yet, but
shooting star there.
But a guy that was a year ahead of me, medic at nines, is a chief.
Oh yeah,
been a chief. Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, Telemontes, Tallywhacker. He was actually. I was working on the rescue with him the night I met Bernie.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. I
right.
remind him of that every time we see him.
How funny.
But yeah, man, you know, you and along the way you meet people like Scott, you know, who teach you, who are willing to teach, who enjoy teaching, and who give you their bucket of knowledge, and you take that and you go along. But and I'm bringing this up because of the post that Shane posted, you know, on Instagram, and we had a little back and forth DM. It got me thinking about Scott and you know, Kerry Fensky and just different guys along the way that have given me tidbits of wisdom and I just wanted to recognize Scott. You know, he's obviously been going through a lot. He's still recovering and stuff like that. But to let him know that, you know, he had a profound impact on me and my career. And I'm sure he has for countless other firemen that he's mentored and taught along the way. And wish you nothing but the best, buddy. What else?
And then that could be you, for all you know.
Yeah. You never know, man.
Yeah.
You never know.
Also, partially through this show, we know.
Okay, so and
through your page, you know, because you've gotten some DMs,
and that kind of that kind of gets that. Sometimes I'll get things too, like a little like comments and stuff like that. Like,
by the way, I inspire nobody. All those messages, they just go to you, bro.
I'll get little like snarky comments from people too. You know what I mean? If I post stuff or I post a lot or whatever, or I'll hear it from guys at the station or something like that, right? But I also get these cool DMs from guys that are like, "Hey, bro, I got hired. Want you to know you've been an inspiration to me for a long time. Just the way you are with your family and on the job." And I get those things, right? I've shown Ben a couple of them, right?
Yeah.
They're cool. They're super fucking cool to get.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've thought about that too, man. About like how. Just about like in general, how men think and treat people in general, right? Like coming up, there was always like, it was always like, or like our dad, right? It was always like jokes about the wife, you know, I can't talk to the wife, or, you know, she's on me, she's on my back. And it was always like, oh, I got to go out with the guys. And, you know, even though mom worked the whole time we were growing up, dad, I always had the sense that like dad was the one that made all the money. You know what I mean? And like we lived on the west side. Like none of these other firemen like lived on the west side and stuff like that. That was partly because of mom, working and being able to pay for different things too.
Right.
But I always had, I grew up in this time, or we grew up in this time where a little bit of chauvinism, right? Just in general in men in the world, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another thing with the levels though, because like you notice now and it's like, whoa. Like there's stuff like I don't want like dad saying stuff around my kids sometimes.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And not to give any of this any more weight than it actually has, but it's like these dudes that follow me and we have back and forth and stuff like that, or that I see have growing families or DM me and like, hey man, I love the way you are with your family. It's cool to see all this shit like that, right? Like I feel like however little tiny bit me and you are contributing, it is contributing to like a new way of seeing how a man can and should be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I post a lot about...
We're good examples.
I feel like we are, dude. You know what I mean? And as silly as it sounds, as much as it sounds like you're patting yourself on the back and shit, right? Which I do feel that right now. I feel like
Chest
I am.
is all puffed out and shit.
I have a number of people that follow and fucking respect the way that I treat my wife, respect the way that I pump her up when she has accomplishments. But posting about how beautiful she is, posting about how much I love spending time with my kids.
Got a lot of comments to that end on the episode where we had her on.
Yes, man. Yes.
Yeah?
But mostly it's just being able to open your social media and see somebody who is in a career see somebody at the upper rungs of this ladder that you're already climbing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And instead of having that and having a big mustache, redneck dude that's just talking about, drinking his beers and going out with the boys and fishing and shit like that. I have this different, as a fireman at least, different way of living my life and looking at my life.
And an example to how to be as an older fireman where you're not scary.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, dude. Like I remember that shit like coming up and, this is all 20 years ago and stuff. Yeah. But there were some dudes that were like, I'm going to avoid this dude as long as I have to be in this station. I'm not going to look him in the eye even.
And the shittiest part is that dude probably had the most knowledge. I know. Everything. He's probably the most badass fireman there.
I remember one guy, the dude who was the AO at 11s, and he came and worked I think 2 shifts. I just remember thinking like, this guy is like literally like a monster. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy could probably rip my head off, dude.
I'm going to tell an 11 story. You ready?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. By
the way, 11's is like next to MacArthur Park, and they get a bunch of fires, and it's a serious station.
It's one of those like hardcore stations, and it's always had this reputation of being super, super rah, right?
Yeah.
Like
you got to be a fireman there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Like our shift starts at 6:30, right? Some places guys show up at 5:30 because they live far away and stuff like that. Our shift actually doesn't start until 8:00, but we do this early relief bullshit where we show up at 6:30, right? You don't get paid from 6:30 to 8, but you show up at 6:30. And some guys at these raw stations show up at 5. That's the time we show up. We show up at 5
for our station.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and listen, station pride, all that shit, man. That's fine. That's cool. All right.
What would you say? There's like 3 or 5 houses like that, where it's like a whole other culture if you're going to work there, kind of?
Yeah. There's different levels of it. There's different levels of it.
14s,
and
with the keys, all that stuff.
Yeah, 14s has actually changed. 14s was like caught in a time warp. 14s was still,
they called themselves cowboys.
They still did all their F11s with pencil and stuff. I don't know if they still do all that. I know a lot's changed. They actually got like actual TV chairs. They used to have these like crazy, just like metal frame things with pads on them because they didn't want to change anything.
Yeah, anything.
It was exactly how it was in the 60s or whatever,
right?
But you're right. There are a handful of stations that are like that have their own way of doing things.
Like if you're going to be here, you're going to be with us.
Yeah,
on the bus.
We show up at 5. This is the way we do things. This is how we... All that being said, those stations, man, are high and fucking tight. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
You show up and it's like white glove.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
Diamond plate is shined, like mirror shine. What was I saying?
No, these are impeccable stations.
So, that being said, they're high and tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll kick ass on any incident.
Yes.
They're going to come in and crush. Yeah.
Yes. These are the cream of the crop, typically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they are that way partially because of the way that they are and the way that they take care of shit, the way they treat their training and all that shit. Okay?
Yeah.
People can be afraid to work at these fire stations because of that.
That would be me.
Okay. It's not uncommon at all, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Me personally, I'm not afraid to work anywhere. Okay.
Like I'll go if I gotta go. If I get assigned, okay.
Yeah.
But I just don't need the extra added pressure on top of what I already got to do.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Okay. Yeah. And when you're working and you're a firefighter, and sometimes you get detailed there.
Yeah.
Let's say, or you pick up an overtime day there or something like that, right? No problem.
Yeah.
I worked 9s, I worked 57s, I worked SOT all Battalion 13, I've worked 11s.
Yeah. So
no problem.
Let's get this 11 story here. Yeah.
So I get a SOD day at 11s. I actually get 2 SOD days there, okay? Overtime days at 11s. And this happened years ago, 5-6 years ago, okay? And I'm not going to mention any names either. I get a SOD day there on Friday and on Sunday, okay? I'm sick all during the week. Tuesday on, right? I'm sick, like hardcore sick. Thursday comes up and I'm getting better, right? I got this SOD day on Friday and I'm like, I'll see how I feel in the morning, man. I feel like I'll probably go to this SOD day, right? And it's at 11s, 2 days at 11s. Friday morning, I wake up, man. I'm still fucking sick, right? And 11s is no easy shift. I mean, they're busy there. They're busy there. And on top of that, it's not like you can go and just curl up in the bed there. When I say 11s, it's like their TV chairs are all pushed into the corner. You know what I mean? Like you can't go and sit in a TV chair in the back and just like curl up and be like, hey, I'm a little sick, guys. You know, keep your distance, whatever.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to chill, right?
Right.
The dorm room, the beds are fucking crispy, clean, tucked in, made. So it's not like you're going to pull your bedding out and be the only dude up there sleeping, you know, while they're all training and shit.
Right.
So I'm sick, man. Plus, I don't want to get full sick, right? I'm fucking sick. So I call in sick in the morning, okay?
People get more mad if you call in
yes,
on a SOD
that's
day.
kind of a no-no for a couple reasons. On a SOD day, on a SOD day, on a Friday, and at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, because typically, if you're sick, you know you're sick the night before. You can call in the night before, and they can figure out getting someone there, and you don't have to screw this guy who has to wait there until 8 o'clock now because our shift doesn't start till 8, right?
Right.
Okay, so 3 reasons why that pisses people off. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm sorry, man. I was sick. You know? So whatever. I call in sick. I go throughout the day. It's halfway through the day. I get a phone call from my captain at 63s. Hey, this is Captain such and such. Hey, what's up, Cap? And when I say I'm sick, I mean I'm talking like this. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Cap, what's going on? Hey, Gonzo, what's up? Hey, I got a phone call from the captain at Fire Station 11. Okay, what'd he say? He wants to know what's up with you. I go, what's up with me? What do you mean? He goes, well, he wants to know if you're sick. I go, if I'm sick, Cap, what the I go, you can hear me right now, right? And he's like, oh, yeah. He goes, you know what he really wanted to know is, are you going to show up on Sunday? And I go, okay, Cap, I'm sick. I go, I feel like I'm getting better. If I feel like I can work Sunday, I'll come in.
It's like I have a podcast with Will Arnett.
Right? And I'm like, but if I'm fucking sick, I'm going to call in. Okay. I go, and I hope you told him that I work everywhere and that I'm fucking probably sick, right? Because these captains know. They know where I work, how much I work and stuff, right? So I kind of was like, I hope you have my back on this asshole captain calling the station to ask what's up with me. Just make your hire. You know, that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Cut to Sunday. Cap's like, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even called you, Gonzo. I'm like, all right, whatever. Cut to Sunday. I show up there, have a whole shift. Okay, no problems. Go through the shift, wake up the next morning to leave, right? The crew's there at 5 a.m. They're polishing brass and shit like that. Like they do that shit every morning. It's stuff we do, a normal fire station does like for inspection. They do it every day or whatever. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I leave, go about my business. Cut to a day like later. I don't know, man. Months later.
Yeah.
I get hired for a SOD day, right? Somebody in-house wanted a day off. I more than 5 days out, you can cancel a day. I canceled a day Then I wind up picking up a day later in-house at 63s, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have to pack all my shit and leave, right? I don't think anything of it. It was a day at 11s, right?
Yeah.
I don't think anything of it. Okay.
It's the same captain.
So cut to like a couple weeks later, I show up at the hospital, Marina Del Rey, right down the street from 63s, okay? And I run into a guy from 94s who I haven't seen in fucking months. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? What's up? Hey, how's it going? Hugs, right? How's everything? How's the kids? And he grabs me and he goes, hey, what did you do to 11s? I go, what the fuck? I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, man, they fucking like went on a rant about you at the kitchen table the other day. And I'm like, are you shitting me? What the fuck are you talking about? And so he's like, yeah, they said that like, they were talking shit, like saying that every time you get a sod day there, you bang it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
They have your picture on the wall in the office.
This is months later,
like
right?
Al Bundy, do not accept checks from this man.
Exactly, dude.
Oh my
and
God,
so I'm like
dude.
sitting there, I'm thinking, it's bizarre to me because it's not even.
Yeah, it doesn't register
totally
with you, yeah.
left field, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm working a bunch at this point. I forget why the fuck, but I'm working a bunch of sod days, right? And I have my days set up where I'm working like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I had Sunday off, and then I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, I had a 72, one day off, and a 72, and I had that Sunday off because it was somebody's baptism. It was like somebody's baptism, one of the nephew's baptisms. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that Sunday was my assign hire day. Okay. So when you have, okay, we have to have constant staffing, right? So if there isn't enough time, if there isn't people to hire for that spot, you can get assign hired for that spot, right? The only way to get out of it is if you're sick or if you have a family emergency.
Right.
Okay. I get hired for this assign hired spot. Didn't realize it was my assign hired day. Okay. At 64s on that Sunday. So it would have put me on working 7 days, right? Because I had a 72 and a 72 and I get assign hired on this day. So I'm like, fuck, man. I try to find I'm calling everybody, trying to find somebody to take this Sunday day at 64s, which is one of those raw stations, right? It's right in the heart of Battalion 13. It's busy as fuck.
drill day.
It's hard. Yeah, that's a drill day. It's hard to find somebody to take
no
that
one's
day.
going to do it. Yeah.
And it's an assign hired day, right?
Yeah.
I can't work. Okay. Forget the fact that I'm already working, 6 days with one and it would put me on 7 days and just screw that.
Yeah.
It's my, I'm like this kid's godfather. So I'm trying to find somebody to take it, right? I'm working at 92s on Saturday, right? It's like nighttime already, right? Like 8 o'clock at night. This guy from 64s calls me. He goes, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, man, would you mind swapping locations for me? I just got hired at 11s. So I'm like, when you have a sod day, right? If there's a guy working at my station who's out of a house and I get a sod day somewhere else, I can ask him to go to that other place so I don't have to leave. So that's what this guy from 64s was asking me. And he goes, yeah, I got the. Now keep in mind, in my head, I'm already like, fuck, in the morning, I got to go in the front office and say, hey man, I got to go off family emergency. I couldn't find anyone to take this assign hire day. So I'm already thinking I have to call off on this day that I've got tomorrow, right? Yeah. And now I got this guy going, hey, can you swap 2 11s? So I'm on the phone with this guy. I'm like, hold on a second. I'm thinking to myself, like,
so
I could say no.
The 4th or 5th day.
Yes, that I just was supposed to go and didn't show up. But this time I'm actively swapping.
Right.
To, and then calling off. But to me, it's like, well, this poor guy's got a sod day.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him anyway.
His problem,
he could stay at home and not pack up all his shit. And he's still at least he's at his own place. Yeah. And 11s could deal with the issue of finding somebody, right? Yeah. So I go, I hate you more. I go, yeah, screw it, dude. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, it sucks. But like, what can I do here? Yeah. So I wind up, wake up in the morning, go in the front office. Hey man, I got to go off FE. I got this day at 11's. Cap is like, it was actually Scott Suter's brother. He goes, hey, no problem. You gotta go. So I leave and go home, and that was it, right? I don't think anything of it. Cut to like 2 weeks later. It's inspection at 63s. Yeah. Okay. I got hired a sod day at 11s. Okay. there was a guy from some other station who had a trade at 63. So 7 days out, 9 days out, I call him up. Hey, dude, can you swap locations with me and go to 11s for me so I can stay in house on inspection day?
Yeah.
When somebody's on a trade, okay, they can't swap it in the computer. So it's a verbal agreement. You call the stations, hey, you're getting this guy instead of this guy. Okay, everybody knows.
Right.
Somebody shows up at each spot.
Exactly.
The computer doesn't allow it, okay?
Yeah.
9 days out, we did that.
Yeah.
Cut forward 9 days, inspection day. I'm mopping the fucking floor. I get called in the front office. Hey, when did you swap locations with this guy such and such? I go, I don't know, fucking 9 days ago. Oh, well, he didn't show up there.
Oh my God.
So, and it's 8 o'clock or 8:15 now, right?
Yeah.
So this whole time from
flipping their shit.
From 5 to 8:30, they're at 11 stewing.
Cursing your name. Because you're on the computer.
Exactly, dude.
Oh,
okay.
That's great.
So I'm like, well, I fucking swapped with this guy forever ago, you know? It turns out he was working someplace else. He wound up just getting caught up and we wound up showing up eventually. But 11s was still stewing. So I opened my Instagram that morning, 9:30 or so, right? And in the comments of one of my fucking posts, there's a back and forth from this dude and this other dude, and their names have 11s in their Instagram name, okay? These are the kind of dudes we're dealing with here, all right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like, this is the dude I was talking about, and oh, this is him, whatever. And I'm like, talking about me about what, motherfuckers? You know, I'm on Instagram, like, in the comments, like, you know where I work. Like, just call the station. You have something to say to me. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about if you're talking shit, you know?
Yeah.
So we had this little back and forth. It gets left alone. 3 days later, I get a sod day at 9s. Okay. I show up to 9s. I pull up on the front apron to dump all my shit out, right? And this guy comes walking out. Mm-hmm. Hey, bro, what's up, man? Hey, would you mind? I just got hired at 11s. Would you mind going to 11s for me? And
at this point now, it's like a prank. Like everybody knows, or we just got to keep sending this guy to 11s all the time.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up because I started getting hired at 11s like every fucking Sunday. I was getting hired at 11s, and I'd look at it and it'd be like, sometimes when it auto hires, you know, it'll tell. It says on there in the email that it sends you auto hire or whatever. Yeah. And these were like, I was being hired specifically by captains 9 days out, but missing out on, I don't know, it was weird, man, this hiring thing. Anyways, back to the story. So he goes, can you go to 11s for me? I just got hired at 11s. And I'm like, look, dude, I'm not going to 11s. Okay.
You don't understand.
I go, listen to me. I'll work anywhere in the city, bro. Okay. You ask me to go anywhere, I'll go for you. I got this fucking weird thing going on with 11s for some reason. Motherfuckers talking shit on Instagram, right? All this stuff.
It's a setup.
I'm detailed. I got detailed over here and shit, right? I do not feel like dealing with that today. I'm not going to 11s. Dude. Okay. Okay, my bad, dude. All right. And he fucking goes. Okay. First run we get.
Yeah.
We transport to Good Sam. Mm-hmm. And we're in the hallway with the patient. Yeah. And 811 shows up.
Mm-hmm. Why are you ducking us? And
there's this dude on 811 that I know, generally, acquaintance. He worked with Carlos. And so I see him and I'm like about to walk up, like put my hand out like, dude, what is going on over there? You know what I mean? To kind of like, what is the deal? You know?
Yeah.
With a smile on my face.
Yeah.
And he goes, I heard you were talking shit. And basically like looks up on me in the hallway of this hospital, right?
Dude.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, right? I'm tripping out, right? And like getting in my face to the point where security's got to come over and separate.
This is from right? calling in sick a year before.
Yes.
Basically.
This is buildup.
Yeah,
okay?
That's what I'm saying. Though. This is all it starts with, from calling in sick a year before.
Yes, dude. Okay. And the dude, who knows if the dude that this is about is listening or listens to the podcast or not. Right. But this is the story of what happened, man. It's all funny to me. And I've seen him since.
Yeah.
I ran into him at a sod day at some station. Yeah. I saw him and I was thinking to myself, like, all right, man, you know, what's this fool gonna say? And he was just like, hey, what's up, dude? And I was like, hey, what's up, man? And that was it. Didn't say anything, but at least it's like I said before, that shit happens on the fire department. You have disagreements with people and you have to work together, and sometimes you run into each other. Sometimes it's no big deal and sometimes it is a big deal.
It's just funny though, like to run up on a dude in defense of this idea of your station.
Blew my mind, but,
Right?
Because
Like,
then
what is that?
Because then I wind up walking out, right? Because now I'm fucking pissed, right?
Yeah.
We dropped our patient
Well, who
off. and
needs
stuff.
that shit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we go out, and I'm like, I'll be right outside. He fucking comes out, dude. We could have fought right there. That's how heated the back and forth was, to the point where the security,
But his motivation is what?
exactly.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, what are you doing? You just got spun around and they just pushed you into the game.
Yes, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's just funny, man. It's funny how, I mean, fuck, man, that shit happens in life all the time. Little circumstances happen that lead to this and lead to that, and people think you're a fucking asshole, and you're like, dude, I was just living my life, you know?
For that.
Yeah.
There's people that exist for that, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's hilarious,
yeah, I haven't worked.
dude.
I haven't worked at 11 since then. I've heard that it's a little bit different. There was you know, like I said, it was one of those like really kind of rah. I've heard it's changed a little bit. I just haven't picked. I don't really sign up out of battalion anymore, so I don't pick up days over there. I don't get detail. But if I were to get detail,
How many years out are we now from this incident? Or from this saga?
3 or 4.
I can't even say incident. Yeah.
3, closer to 3 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might not necessarily be the same people.
And I don't.
For all we know, they took your picture down.
I think it's definitely not the same people.
Yeah.
The people that work there probably don't even fucking know who I am.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would have no problem working there or any other place in the city. It was just that moment
You
in
were
time.
the enemy of a station
But how funny is that,
for
man?
a year.
But the funniest part of the whole thing is like, I can see why they were pissed. Not knowing the whole story, I would be fucking pissed about this guy too, and I would be thinking like, this guy's a fuck this guy, you know?
Right.
I would think that too.
But then if you couple that in though, like the unfortunate circumstance with the mentality of that station,
yes.
that was the perfect storm.
Yes.
Then it's oh, how dare you? Basically.
And I guess you know, bringing everything full circle.
Yeah.
To advice I would give
Like
my
we
younger
like to
self,
do here.
Okay. Don't take shit so personally on this job, because here's something that I've realized in 18 years. Nobody really gives a shit about you. Everybody acts like they care where you work, where you came from, all that shit. What you should do with your career. You should be a captain. You should be an AO. You should do all this. Everyone has opinions of what they think that you should do with your life and your career path. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Do what you feel is right for you, for your family. What might be right for my boy Scott Suter coming up wasn't right for me. You know, I didn't want to take that route. It might be perfect for his son or for, you know, one of the other hundreds of firefighters he affected, right? Just wasn't right for me. You know, I'm studying for inspector right now. It's a right fit for my life, my family, all the things we have going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to the white noise of people trying to chime in on what they think I should do with my life.
Right.
Right. That's a piece of advice I would give to younger guys. Do what you feel is right for you and your family, and don't worry about what all these other guys are chiming in with, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the job, yeah. Just get through it. Enjoy it. Survive, live, man.
Oh, hey, I wanted to, before we get going, because we're getting close,
Yeah.
This is the second drop from Centigrade Clothing. This is going to be our August drop. The pre-sale for the Venice station shirt is open right now. Those are going to start shipping out on Monday, the 28th. But you can pre-order them right now. They're going fast. The black ones are close to being sold out. So if you want to grab one, I got to make some more. I've got white ones being pressed right now. So I'll probably open those up and have those available. I think the Venice shirt will just be a perennial, just always available. And then these monthly drops are going to be limited editions. And this is going to be the first one that is going to drop in August. We're calling it Dead Aliens. So
right on.
What else?
I don't know. We have like 6 minutes, basically. Yeah. So we did a show today with no guest where we're just shooting the shit, and we didn't really have like a hard topic starting right now. We had kind of been having like a behind the scenes discussion over the last couple months of the direction, like basically what we do with each episode, because the gist of the show is that we try to have people on that were in emergency situations, had to call 911, almost died, or firefighters, first responders that had a close call or a crazy story. So the main, bread and butter, the meat of the show is crazy stories. but it's just two of us producing and doing this show. We can't just we don't always have somebody with a crazy ass story.
Yeah.
We're getting to as many as we can, but we have also, so that's why when we kind of like started this, we were like, we kind of knew it was like a finite amount of guests until we hit some kind of stride where like, you know, we're the Ellen show and there's just guests coming on.
What's cool though is that we are starting to get people like recommending people and stuff like that now.
Yeah. And so we've gotten some cool stuff, and we have cool ones, you know, coming up, but once in a while we're just going to talk, or we'll talk about other subjects.
People seem to like these episodes though, too.
Exactly. And then, but the other thing too is like when we started the show, we start the show as we the perspective we give is as, you know, paramedics, first responders, Danny being a firefighter, me working for the EMS agency for LA County, right? But we're also, that's not all we do, you know. I'm a comedian, Danny's an actor, we have side gigs, and we work on those gigs. We've been in stuff, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just, but we don't really talk about it that much. So we were kind of like, we've been kind of like back and forth on if we should talk about that stuff more or if it's boring. Because another thing that I've noticed too is we ain't the only, you know, firefighters trying to get it. Or get yourself out there. There's other TikToks, there's other, you know, other accounts, other pages.
Well, I mean, that's one of the cool things about the job in general, man. Is that like you can do so much shit on the side too.
And that's what I was gonna say though, is there probably are a lot of other guys on the job that might be interested in the other shit we do because they also want to do that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're trying to crack in entertainment or
let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah,
let us know what you think in the comments.
Shoot us an email.
If you guys want to hear us talk a little bit more about Hollywood and the comedy world.
Yeah.
And
do you still have the post from 11s? Or like with the shit in the comments?
I'm sure it's
put that in your story.
I'd have to find it.
Put it in the PRC story.
I got to find it. I'm sure it's on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see that.
But yeah, we both have busy lives outside. I'm trying to start, you know, the t-shirt biz. I've got the trash bin cleaning service I'm starting.
I got to do my t-shirt, my merch shirt through the company.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think, or if there's anything else, or any ideas or anything about the fire service or any of those other ideas that you feel like you want us to touch on or get our opinions on or anything. Let us know.
And there were also other like firefighters and paramedics, guys that were on LA City too, that you know, do other stuff, other actors, or were actors before, or athletes, or, you know, and so we'll have them in, talk about the other gigs.
Well, when we were trying to figure out, you know, we knew we wanted to do a podcast and we had a lot to say, but we're trying to figure out, you know, the premise and the angle that we were going to take, because there are literally thousands and thousands of podcasts
trying to be unique, folks.
But that was one of the thoughts that I had, you know, beyond the badge. You know, inviting people on that did something. That's what I mean.
We should keep doing it, dude.
Yeah, let us know. But I think that's a great idea, man. And there are plenty of people out there, guys on the job, fire and police that do both things. So.
And I mean, we also have like, because like we have comedians on the show, but I only have comedians on that have had something happen to them, and like Daniel knows actors and stuff like. We know other people are like celebrities, kind of. Yeah. We just don't want to have a random person just talk about their stuff. We want to keep it to the show where like they have to have done a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, them, you know?
as much as we have other interesting shit to talk about, I kind of feel like this is a emergency services firefighter.
So
podcast.
we are trying to keep it to that, but we just don't want to get like where it's pigeonholed to like where it's a thing where any other firefighter could start doing it too. You know, we're also unique.
Yeah,
we're trying to.
There's no one like us, folks.
Trying to bring that in. You know.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so follow me, please, for the love of God, at Ben9Humor, Ben number 9 Humor, like benign tumor on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DannyGonzo34. Follow Centigrade Clothing on Instagram and TikTok. You can follow the podcast.
Wait, hold on. So there's a Centigrade Clothing TikTok?
There's a Centigrade Clothing TikTok.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Clear
that up. Follow the podcast at PRC Pod on Instagram and Twitter, or at PRC Podcast on TikTok. Email us. Contact prcpod@gmail.com.
Guys, I am going to make PRC t-shirts, new PRC t-shirts with our newer logo with the Dodger hat on. And once, I don't know, man, should we remove the mask? from the podcast. Now that
Is that what we're doing? Well, we're reopening?
Now that the California mandate has been lifted as of June 15th.
So we have to retake pictures?
We got to talk about that.
Are you guys ready to see our faces on the logo?
We got to talk about that.
The entire face?
I'm going to make some new PRC ones that will be available on Centigrade Clothing's page at firefightercrafted.com. If you guys want to purchase the Venice shirt that I had on in the last episode, or this shirt when it comes out, go to firefightercrafted.com, and Centigrade Clothing has its own page at that website.
And if you worked at LAFD Station 11 4 years ago and you want to come explain your side of the story, hit us up. All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Yeah. Hey. All right. Yeah, I mean.
Let's take off.
Hey. Please do remain calm. About to run against it and with a little bit of soul, no time.